What is up, Jokers? Welcome back to a brand new Joaquin Phoenix Joker origin movie update, and today we're talking about a couple of things we've kind of mentioned before, but there's been a couple of confirmations as of late, so I want to delve into those and kind of get speculating in the kind of back half of the video. But for the first confirmation is that Zazie Beetz has been confirmed to actually be joining the Joker movie. Now, this has been speculated for a little while, as I just kind of teased, that she was in talks to join this movie, and you know, so is Robert De Niro and I believe a couple of other people for certain roles for the character breakdowns that we went over previously. But I'll bring back up some of these characters because I think the more and more time goes by and more people are getting cast for this movie, we can really start to think about how the story could unfold and what exactly this Joker's origin will be. But hey, before we get into this, if you're not subscribed to this channel, be sure to subscribe for everything Joker just like this. And if you do enjoy this video, or if you go on to enjoy it, why not hit that like button, as it really does help me out. So if you guys remember, not too long ago I have spoke about some of the roles that will be happening in the Joker movie, but I haven't actually done a full character breakdown of every single role they're casting for, so be sure to let me know if you want to see that. But among these characters, which we've briefly spoken about before, one of them is Sophie Dumond, and this is reportedly who Zazie Beetz will be playing, and here's the breakdown for her character. Supporting female, 27 to 34, to play African American or to play Latina, not beautiful, has a hardness to her, a single mother living on the Lower East Side, doing the best she can, trying to make ends meet, worn out by the grind of the city. She understands how the system is stacked against her and the people in her community, how unjust it all is for them. She's just trying to catch a break. Now, for the longest time, Sophie Dumond's character, and you know, the bunch of these characters breakdowns we've been made aware of, is that this particular role could end up actually being a love interest for Joaquin Phoenix's Arthur Fleck. You know, that's the rumored name from, you know, before he becomes the Joker, he'll be going around by the name of Arthur Fleck. This could actually, yeah, be a love interest for him, which could be one of the, you know, several recipes or ingredients for the recipe that would, you know, delve Arthur Fleck into Joker madness during the film. It would be very interesting to see how Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, or should I say just Arthur Fleck, because, you know, he is going to have to, this whole movie is a gritty character study of how he will break down into this crazy person, and I think it's going to be quite a tragic one at the same time. I think, you know, with the other character breakdowns such as Penny, the rumored mother for Joaquin Phoenix, being lower class, very attractive in her younger days, still feels that way about herself, but recently her health has started failing and she's nearly bedridden in her Lower East Side apartment, which she shares with her grown son who just moved back home. She's obsessed with a former employer and can't believe that this is what her life has come to, that she has ended up here like this. I just think if Arthur Fleck has kind of come back to stay with his mum and she's already like on her deathbed, and who knows, that could be one of the things that kind of gets him going as well in the film and into his steep slope of madness. I think maybe if he loses Sophie Dumond in the film as well, or just something happens along there, that would be another blatant thing that will get him going. I would be very interested to see if Zazie Beetz makes the whole film, or like if her character survives all of it, just because it would be interesting to see if she's a love interest, or a love interest who kind of goes away from Arthur Fleck after he gets quote-unquote disregarded from society. With the most recent news that the Joker film may actually be an R-rated scene as well, it'd be very interesting to see if Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, who might be working as a comedian in one of the strip clubs, or, you know, in some strip clubs, there could be multiple ones, that is what will be making it, you know, R-rated potentially, because yeah, obviously nude scenes would go straight to R-rated. I think it would be pretty cool in the story if Arthur Fleck, whilst working as a comedian in one of these strip clubs, maybe met Sophie Dumond there. Maybe she works in one of these strip clubs, not necessarily as a stripper, but you never know. That could be how these two characters meet each other during the film, and that might be the love interest. But also, just with her character description as well, she's just trying to make ends meet, worn out by the grind of the city. She understands how the system is stacked against her and the people in her community, how unjust it is for all of them. Maybe she can really identify with Arthur Fleck, because if they're potentially going for the whole failed comedian act of the Joker, you know, before he becomes the Joker, he could have, you know, constant failures throughout the city. Maybe he gets gig after gig after gig, maybe he makes a few people laugh, but maybe some people just really don't care for his act. Maybe this really wears him down. He finally meets Sophie Dumond at one place he works at, or gets, you know, a gig at, and then it goes from there. But then this could link in with the whole other series of events which could follow through with the film. For example, Robert Robert De Niro's character and that agent booking Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and that could be finally where he might be getting a break, but then it might all go wrong from there on out. Also, guys, when we first kind of heard about this Joker origin movie, we knew there would be this Scorsese, you know, early 80s crime kind of film, obviously mirroring that of an origin of the Joker, potentially creating something new, blah, blah, blah. This is, you know, up until present day now. But what we have learned, or what Discussing Film learned more in particular, is that apparently they can confirm that the film will be set in 1981. Now, guys, get your Batman versus Superman freaking connection hats on. And yes, that is because in BVS, it says, you know, on the freaking tombstone there that Martha did die in 1981. Oh my god, guys. Could this be connected to it all? No. No. I just thought I'd mention that for anyone who would actually point that out. It's not going to be connected to anything DCU related. Yes, you could still argue this might have something to do with, you know, the Waynes, or, you know, Thomas and Martha Wayne still with the Joker origin movie. Maybe director Todd Phillips, and with the story writing here, still might want to draw out those, you know, very, very interesting similarities between the Batman and the Joker. So why not introduce the Joker doing something in this film, maybe to Thomas and Martha Wayne, which can set up a very interesting origin story way before Batman is even around. And they could do that, but I'm not sure. We've already discussed in a previous video, and I'll link it in the card up there, and how Thomas apparently is going to be in this film, and there's going to be some kind of link there, and this kind of goes with the whole Penny description here, where it said that she was obsessed with her former employer. That former employer could be Thomas Wayne, and then this whole crazy theory of how Joaquin Phoenix's Arthur Fleck, aka the Joker, could actually be another son of Thomas Wayne's, which is very, very crazy, and I actually wouldn't put it past them if they went with some crazy route like that. But yeah, at the same time, that is almost too far the line of crazy. But that is basically the main info of today's video. I know there wasn't too much to go over, but I would love to know what you think is going on with Sophie Dumond. Do you actually think that she's going to be a love interest for Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? It has been reported that she is supposedly the character who catches the eye of Arthur Fleck during the movie. I think no matter what with this film, it's going to be like one bad thing after another for this guy. You know, kind of a thing like the one bad day for the Joker. All it takes is one bad day kind of thing, you know, for the sanest man alive to go absolutely insane. You know, something he's kind of always preached throughout the comics, whether it be one line or a similar line. It has always been about how anyone could kind of go as crazy as him, and that's one thing he tries to prove to the Batman over and over and over again. As for whether it's a love interest, that could be the case. This film could be drawing so many different things and inspirations from the storyline, whereas I don't think they're going to, you know, rinse and repeat a story directly from the comics. They could do it in little details. For example, she could be a girlfriend he gets during the film, someone he tries to help support maybe after his mother passes away, but then after his failed gigs and failed gigs and failed gigs, do you know what I mean? Killing joke kind of mirroring there, but not quite at the same time. I don't know, little things like that. But as I said, personally, I think no matter what, this film is going to be really mainly just about him, obviously, but not really focusing on too much of the support characters, but they're going to be dotted around the place. But it's going to be one foot in front of the other, but then tripping up. Every single foot he puts in front of the other one, he will trip up again and again. And unfortunately, I think we'll see this nice guy get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse to the point where he will become deliberately hideous, not through just his own inner character, but like the stuff he does outside that as the Joker. So I can't wait to see it. And I'm quite happy that Zazie Beetz is joining the film as well, because she's quite a good actress, and I'm very interested to see what she has to offer to this film. But let me know all your thoughts down in the comments, guys. Other than that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, why not hit that subscribe button just down below? It only takes 2 seconds, and that way you can stay up to date with everything Joker origin movie related, amongst other nerdy, geeky content. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button, as it really does help this video out. And other than that as well, guys, links as always are in the description down below to my Twitter, to my Instagram, to everything like that. But that is everything. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you crazy jokers in the next video. Goodbye.